I have had a lovely, relaxing, slow start this morning. You would have seen. Definitely where I can, I really try and embrace slow living. I mean, particularly at this time of year, we are right in the middle of winter now, so it's very cold. We've got the shorter days, and there is just nothing more lovely. Again, where you can. I had a bit of a lie-in this morning. A nice slow breakfast, made myself like an omelette, had some fresh fruit, fresh orange juice, and just, had a bit of a slow start, which has been brilliant. So I've just popped outside and I've got a little bit of gardening to do, and I know how much you all love that, so I thought we might do some gardening together. Gosh, the roses. They're looking so nice. Oh, you can hear all the birds twittering away. So I won't procrastinate too much. I will say though, I am a little bit rugged up because it is a cold one today. But everything is just looking lovely in the garden. So yeah, let's just spend maybe an hour or so out here getting a few garden jobs ticked off. Gosh, how beautiful are the autumn colours on the crepe myrtle. Those leaves will completely drop very soon, and then it will be time to give them a hard prune back, ready for spring. But they are looking really beautiful this time of year, and even the pumpkin, how it's sort of wrapped around the upper level of the kitchen garden, that's looking really beautiful. It really just adds something. I'm so happy with how that's turned out, having something growing up there, and it's definitely extended my growing space. So once that pumpkin is done, I might have to have a little think about what else I could grow up there sort of between seasons when it's, not pumpkin season. But first things first, I am going to trim back some of this longevity spinach so that I can plant the broccolini, I think it is, seedlings, just in that back row there where the cucumbers were. So I shall set you up, and then I'm going to get started kind of just trimming this back a little bit. You would have seen I harvested some of this morning for my omelette, but I just kind of want to take off the ends. I definitely think the longevity spinach is one that will kind of take over a bed if you let it. So I'm just trying to keep on top of it. So that's the longevity spinach cut back. I do go quite low in the cut back. This will only take a couple of days and it will completely have sort of grown back out again. So it definitely can take a bit of pruning. So the next thing I'm going to do is pop in I'm pretty sure they were broccolini. You can see I've just got little seedlings there. So I'll sort of position you somewhere where you can see. And I'm going to basically be popping them along this row just here in the back. So just to quickly show you, that is what I'm planting. Little baby broccolis in there. Hopefully I'll have some better luck. The sort of full head of broccoli, it just got eaten. I really struggled to grow it. So we'll see whether the pests get to this before I can. So the baby broccoli is in the little spot there, just sort of between the leeks and the garlic. Harvest time is about 2 to 3 months, so we shall see. Yeah, pests, man. There's not too much I can do about it, but I've got that sort of natural spray that I have been using, and that has been working well, so fingers crossed that will work for these as well. I will actually make that with you a time. Maybe in the next video, I'll do up a little spray bottle of it, and I'll sort of show you what I pop in it. But I do find that it works, and it's sort of really natural, and it's something I'm not afraid to use to spray on my vegetables. So I've come over to this little corner where sort of the blueberries, the climbing spinach, the snack capsicums and things are. You will know in a recent video I bought some new snack capsicums. This is my old snack capsicum bush. It is just over a year old now, and it's basically about to go over. So I don't want to get rid of it until it's completely gone over. So I'm just going to rehome this one somewhere where I can give it some additional attention. And then I'm going to plant up the new ones in this little barrel pot and pop it just in that position back here. And then I've got these little seedlings here that I want to pop around the base of the climbing spinach. It will eventually fill out this whole pot, but while it's still growing, I just want to sort of fill the gap and use all of my growing space. So what we're trying to do at the moment, I've got Mum here who's helping me sort of play merry-go-round of pots. We're just trying to level out all the pots and just lift them up a little bit so that the base of the pot isn't sitting in the water in the saucer, just so the plants here don't get wet feet. So that's what we're sort of doing, is getting all the pots sort of situated, and then I'll sort of plant up all of the seedlings, and then this little area will be done. All right, the little rejig of the pots is done. Fairly happy with that. Eventually this grey one will go. Once these seedlings are a little bit bigger and are strong enough, I'll actually pop them out, and I'll probably end up popping them in here with the other snack capsicums. So I'm going to be popping these two here into this pot, and then these ones here, which is the rocket and the French beans, I'll pop around this one here. So just to quickly show you, we did buy these together in a recent video, but these are the heirloom French beans. They only get about 20 centimeters. So I think what I might do with these is pop them around the front just to make harvesting a bit easier. So I've got those. And then I also picked up some rocket. I thought the rocket would go really lovely in the salads. I often have a salad, particularly on the weekends, and I just think that sort of peppery kind of taste would add something, like another dimension to the salads. And so I'm also going to pop that probably around sort of, sorry, camera angle, probably a little bit more around the back. That'll be easy to harvest. And then eventually the climbing spinach will fill out this whole pot. It is doing so well, apart from getting munched on by a little, caterpillar or grasshopper, I'm not sure. It is doing really well. And like, it's fully climbing up. You can see here all by itself. So yes, going to do those. And then the other thing that I wanted to plant over here is just a new batch of the snacksicums, which was what was in here that I think I raved about for almost a year. That plant was incredible. So I have kind of just rehomed it. I'll show you. I've rehomed it to another area just to live out the rest of its life there, and I can kind of keep an eye on it. But as I said, these are snack capsicums as well that I grew from seed, from seeds that I harvested from this plant, not this plant specifically, but from the snack capsicum I already had. So I'm just sort of waiting for them to get a little bit bigger and hopefully a little bit stronger. And then I will be able to pop them on to somewhere else and then get rid of this pot. So I'm just basically going to start doing this now. So the snack capsicums are in. You can see one poor little fella got chomped on in my little sort of nursery area of the garden. I don't know how a caterpillar or grasshopper got back there, but it did. The other one is okay, just the one got chomped on. I have sort of checked them over to make sure that there was no pests on it now, and I couldn't find anything, so hopefully he's in the clear. But they're all in, and then I've planted in the rocket and the beans here along the front. They always look a little bit, seedlings always look a little bit sad when you sort of first put them in, I think, but once they sort of get settled into their new place and, you know, get a little bit more comfortable and a little bit stronger, and they sort of start to, you know, fill out, I hope it's going to look really pretty in there. And again, kind of just extend the growing space and make that a little bit more productive while I'm waiting for the climbing spinach to fill out. At least I can be utilizing sort of the outskirts here for other things. What a truly magical day in the cottage garden. I absolutely love days like today where it's just a slow, easy day. Very much that slow living, having a lie-in this morning, a delicious breakfast, my cup of tea, and then what, you know, a luxury to be able to come out into my garden in just this exceptional weather that we've been having and just potter around. No pressure, no stress, just potter around, get a few little gardening jobs done, enjoy the beautiful sunshine that we've got, the nice cool weather. It's that weather where the sun's really warming, not hot. Just, oh, it makes me so grateful. It has just been the best day pottering around. I've had Mum here with me, and we've just been having just such an incredible day. I hope you have enjoyed sharing it with me. I thought we'd take a little wander around before I head inside for today and I say farewell to you. I wanted to let you know this is where the snack capsicum that was previously close to the sun deck ended up. Gets a bit of sun here. It's definitely in a place that when I'm looking after the kitchen garden, I can keep an eye on things. If we get any, there are still a few little capsicums coming through, so it's definitely trying to still, you can see there's one just here, still trying to produce fruit, bless it. But everything else is just doing so well in the kitchen garden at this time of year. I hope my little baby broccoli will make it. And then even in the strawberries, just to show you, I've got one little ripening strawberry there. They are still quite new plants, as you know. We planted them together a few weeks ago. The pumpkins are also still doing really well. I've got this one here coming through, and then just on the end here, a new little tiny pumpkin here. And like, would you look at those skies? Oh, feeling very, very lucky today. But everything else is looking terrific. You may have noticed that we also swapped out, there used to be a Hawaiian blue eyes here on top of the beehive. It was just, it had basically gone over. It was looking a little bit sad and a little bit tired, so we've just replaced it with one of the creeping violets quite recently. And so you can see it's got this gorgeous drape on it. We will obviously make sure that it doesn't cover the entrance to the beehive here. But eventually it will bush out and then it will just drape down beautifully over the beehive. And I mean, they always have these violets. The little blooms that they have are so dainty and sweet. I'll just take you up here and show you. And so these are just the little tiny dainty blooms here. The plant is still sort of recovering from being transplanted, but the blooms are so sweet, and it blooms pretty much all year round, so I think that that's going to be a gorgeous addition. And then the little Australian stingless bees. Hopefully you can see them there. They are certainly a little bit less active at this time of the year with the colder weather. But you can see them going in and out there. Gosh, can really hear the bees. All the little bees are active in the garden. But yes, everything is just looking really pretty. I mean, look at these flowers. Very pretty winter blooms. And we are very much in the thick of winter at the moment. It is so cold. And I mean, at this time of year, that is just the best. You just embrace the slow, just where you can, obviously, embrace the slow days, the slow start to the mornings, the early evenings, and just really try and enjoy that as much as you can. That is certainly what I'm doing. Getting as much of this gorgeous sunshine as I can, and just, yeah, really trying to make sure I'm enjoying this beautiful sort of slower pace throughout winter. Gosh, the roses. Well, I hope you have enjoyed sort of spending a nice, slow, sort of very luxurious morning with me. I did take you along when I sort of prepped breakfast and then out here pottering around in the cottage garden. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.